Okay, we're live. How's it going, YouTube? I am your man, AM. That's John B. Um, this is something new. We starting Comic Book Convo, episode 1, where uh, we just talk about what's on our minds in the comic book world. So today, we're gonna talk about literally state of the art. It's kind of like a segue into what we're talking about. Give y'all a little history. Me and John, we've been close friends since
Seventh grade.
Yeah, 7th grade. And see, I was born October 5th, 1972. He was born October 6th, 1972. So I'm not even 24 hours older than this man. And we wound up in the same town. I met him. We met in junior high school.
You were reading Secret Wars,
Yeah,
and I came over and asked you about it.
yeah. And when we was in 7th grade, so that had to be like 1983, 84. So that's how long we've been knowing each other. And that's also how long we've been collecting comic books. Now, fast forward to present day, and I got to tell you that this man, as much as a collector it is, now we're in his kit dining room area, but I'm staring across to his workstation, and he's got 3 long boxes and 3 short boxes. So the man is a collector. He's been collecting for his whole life. Probably would have a lot more in his collection, but John,
life gets in the way. You got to sell some of them.
Got some red. But more than that, he don't like collecting nothing new. Unlike me, I'm down there every Wednesday at my LCS. I'm always going to comic shops, trying to stay in the loop. Stuff like this. Let me stop shaking this table. Just basically trying to stay current and get everything that's coming out as it comes. But John don't like to do that. Tell him why, John.
Well, the biggest thing with me is rebooting the Marvel universe, rebooting the DC universe. I think the only time it was done well was Showcase was at number 3, first appearance of Flash, when they revamped it, and a Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's the only reboots I like. The original Crisis on Infinite Earths came out in the 80s. And since then, they've been rebooting every 10 minutes, and I can't keep up.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. I mean,
everybody who dies is alive.
Go backwards with DC. You got Rebirth. Before that, it was the New 52. Before that, it was Convergence. I mean, it's just a little ridiculous. I mean, here we are. Speaking of which, Marvel Universe. This is Spider-Man #1, just right after they hit 800. Come on, man. It's. I mean, what's the purpose?
Yeah.
So this morning, actually, I was watching a fellow YouTuber, and he was talking about. Let's see, I forget which book it was, but I was kind of doing something, and I had the TV on, and he made mention of one of the artists in the book, and he was just like, "It's horrible." And he was talking about the way they drew Jean Grey / the Phoenix, and he said Dave Cockrum would be turning over in his grave right now. I didn't know Dave Cockrum was passed away, by the way. But
I didn't either.
I think he said Dave Cockrum, but
that would be him.
This is what he was referring to, and I happened to be reading this morning, and I ran across it, and this is by somebody named Ed Pisker, and it's absolutely horrible.
We're hating on him.
Yeah, I'm not hating on him. I'm just chipping. I mean, if that's hating, I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. It looked like somebody who, I used to draw like this when we used to draw comics when we was teenagers.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just horrible. I mean, and to each his own. I mean, but when somebody can't draw, and in today's day and age of
With all the Japanese comics coming in,
Well, no,
manga, it's a lot of competition.
Well, not even so much that, because that's two different genres. I'm just talking about, these are okay. There's a subcategory now of cover art. Now I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it 100. I really don't read too many comic books, and a lot of it has to do with what they're putting out. I mean, the stories are whack. A lot of the art is whack, and if you're going to do a variant, let it be a variant for a reason. Now, I don't mind, if excuse me, Todd McFarlane does a cover, right? And you say, well, hell, Francesco Mattina draws Spawn hella good too. So you go get him to do an alternate cover. That's cool. That's warranted. But to do it just as a selling point, like the guy who does the inside of the book is whack. You know what I mean? He's subpar. But you go ahead and you throw somebody tip top like Adam Hughes on the cover because it's a selling point. It's gonna.
They did that with Wonder Woman for years.
Oh yeah, they did
garbage
all the time.
art inside, beautiful covers, no story, no art, just filler.
Yeah, it's just and it's I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? I'm tired of being duped that way. I got boxes of comic books right now with plenty of beautiful cover art, but the penciling inside is just horrible, and that seems to be a trend. Like I said, to each his own. But you guys know a whacked artist when it's a whacked artist. Now, I'll say this. My taste has changed. I don't like what I used to like as much no more. Like, I don't really like cartoony type of artists no more. Like I used to be really, gosh, I don't even want to throw his name out there because I still like some of the stuff he does. Gosh, let's put it like somebody like Humberto Ramos. A little too cartoony for me. Even Adam Hughes, when I see that when he does the penciling inside of a book, I like more realistic type of art. Like Adi Granov he's one of my top 5 probably, and Esad Ribic is another one. I like more realistic looking kind of art. It's just, I'm tired of all the variants. It's just ridiculous, man. It's like you guys they're just putting out variants just for the sake of it's a money grab.
What was it, Action 1000 at 10 variants? Those are just the ones that were common. And who knows how many rare variants they made.
Oh, man.
It's ridiculous.
Shoot, I think, what is this? It just came out. Well, I think it's Iron Man or Captain America, the same thing. It's got like 10 different variant covers.
Yeah. Spider-Man 800.
Amazing Spider-Man, number 1 and 2. Variant cover by Jim Chung. Variant cover by Jerome Pena. Variant cover by Shane Davis. Variant cover by John Romita Sr. Variant cover by Ryan Otley. Remastered variant. Black and white variant. Blank variant. Oh, come on, man. We don't need all that just for the sake of a money grab. I mean, come on. I mean, even at $1 a pop, it would be kind of ridiculous.
But they're charging those special issues $8 to $10.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's a money grab. You guys are putting out subpar, half-ass product and asking for top dollar, and it really don't make sense.
Well, and the kids, we got into it really heavy in junior high. What junior high kid can afford to buy all those comics, even one issue of it, because it's $10?
Yeah, that hurts. It must be really expensive and stressful to be a kid, a teenager. Even if you're lucky to have a minimum wage job or get a good allowance, it must be stressful. But that only goes so far. Yeah. With comics at $5 a pop, sometimes even more. Yeah, man, you're not getting very much on that kind of budget and that kind of situation. It's just the oversaturation. that's why I think a lot of these characters fail. Um, like Wolverine. I mean, do we really need to have 10 Wolverine titles? Wolverine the end, Wolverine this and that. I mean, they did the same thing with Deadpool. Deadpool is probably the most annoying to me because I never was. I mean, I used to like Wolverine a bit. I mean, he wasn't my favorite, but I used to like Wolverine a bit. I used to like Punisher a bit, but they did the same thing with him. They ran him till the wheels fell off. And Deadpool, I've always thought Deadpool was corny as a character. I mean, the first movie was all right. I still haven't seen the second.
Second one was okay,
but him as a character, and as far as comic books go, he just was never appealing to me. And for them to take a character that was hot, I mean, it is what it is. He blew up. I'm not mad at that. But to go ahead and just oversaturate the market with everything, Deadpool, it makes the well run dry real quick.
The other thing really annoys me is when they kill a big character and now they're bringing them all back. I mean, the death of Gwen Stacy was one of the most heart-wrenching comics ever written in comic book history, and now we got Spider-Gwen. And it's like who else they brought back? Barry Allen's alive. He died. What was Green Lantern? Hal Jordan died at least 2 or 3 times. They keep bringing him back. If they kill somebody, it's just a matter of months before they bring him back. So there's no point buying the comic.
And I've heard that a lot with collectors. That's why the death issues never go for much, because they know that the character is going to be back soon. It's
this guy died too.
Yeah, I mean, everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
They don't die, so it's like, why kill them?
Yeah, why put out the money for it?
They got enough writers, and they employ enough writers, and they got enough heads to where this shouldn't be an issue. You guys should be thinking of new, genuine, fresh characters, appealing characters, not no whack shit. Excuse my French, but it's getting to that point where you got to use an expletive to express your seriousness. Because I'm tired of the whack shit. I'm tired of spending top dollar on, like I said, on bunk shit. I mean, I'm tired of it.
You know what I think would fix things is if they let the artists do their thing. Let them, they're artists. They let their creativity flow and let them make the characters they want to make, and not have businessmen making decisions on how much money they'll make if they launch this character and if they make a movie and release it at this time. And, I know they're making a lot of money on the movies, but they're cashing in on old, tried and true characters. When you got businessmen making all the decisions and not letting the artists be artists, that's when you get whack characters.
Well, that's what you call a corporate takeover.
Yeah.
Because once you're open on the stock market, that's a whole different. They don't care. They like, fuck what you're going through. Where's my money?
Yeah.
If you got to hire 1 million writers and 1 million artists, we got to sell these books. But see, that's like a cat chasing his tail, because you done hired all these people. Over half of them aren't really talented. I mean, out of all the artists that are, shall I refer back to this? And you guys put this bullshit out. Like I said, that's just horrible. You guys is gonna sell this shit for how much? How much are they asking for this? How
much?
You guys got the nerve to ask for $5.99, not no $2.99 like DC, not $3.99 like the regular Marvel. Y'all gonna ask for $2 more for some bullshit. Yeah. Come on, man. This is where and who gives a fuck about this title? X-Men is guilty of it too. X-Men Grand Design.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this about? Second Genesis, number 1 of 2.
Look, Dead Thunderbird is back.
And here's the whole thing. I don't know if that's a retro thing or whatever.
He's standing with Havoc. I don't even think Havoc appeared.
Yeah,
Thunderbird died.
It's supposed to be like a retro type of thing.
Yeah.
But here you go. You guys got variants, but you got the same asshole doing the variants. Nobody wants to see this shit. You guys is duping us all, and we tired of it. Oh, this is just horrible. So you got all these artists. Like I said, only a handful of them is really talented. I mean, I could name the talented artists in the field. I mean, the superstars. Okay, and back in the day, it wasn't hard to tell. I mean, you guys need to follow that model. You had John Byrne. You had Frank Miller.
Yeah.
You had John Romita Jr. Yes, John Romita Jr. John Romita Jr. has been around for a long time.
That was my man in Daredevil.
Go look at your early issues of X-Men, starting from like 180 something, all the way up to 211.
Oh, yeah,
That's
DC. You got George Perez. Incredible artists, and they're all gone. Or they're not gone. They're just
John Byrne doesn't draw anymore.
There's nobody today who's at their caliber.
No.
Or very few. I'll say very few. That would be fair.
Well, I mean, and the ones that are, they only do cover art.
Yeah.
And they let these bums go ahead and do the inside, and it totally sucks. And as far as the storylines go, I mean, is there any story arcs that are? I mean, I hear people complain about Dan Slott all the time. I hear people complaining about what was his name, Tom King on Batman. Now, a lot of people were really pissed about that Batman number 50 with the wedding.
The wedding.
They duped. They duped everybody.
They duped everyone on the death of Superman, and they're doing it again. And people won't trust the comic. They have this big announcement, so-and-so's dying or so-and-so's this or that, and no one's going to buy it. No one's going to buy it.
There's no need. I mean, they will, because they don't, first of all, a lot of y'all ain't as long in the tooth as us. So, we're kind of like in a good place to where we old enough to know how to do it, but we young enough. We old enough to know how to do it right, but we still young enough to do it. So we know. I mean, we've been there, seen that before. That's why I can, like you said, I can remember all the mishaps. The times we've been fooled before, dumb storylines and story arcs. Honestly, Marvel lost me with Secret Wars 2.
Oh, Steve Aloha. Bad artists back then.
I mean, there was no need for it.
There was no need for it.
I don't like when they take something successful and then run with it, to make a bigger franchise, money grab, whatever. I mean, prime example was The Matrix, the movie The Matrix. I mean, that movie was a one and done.
Mm-hmm.
There was no script for the second one, the third ones, but when corporate Hollywood saw how much money was made off the first one. Oh, yeah, you got to make a second one. That's why the second one turned out weak, and the third one was even weaker. You know what I mean? Because there was no need for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if a product is truly great, then it's going to be great. I mean, the work speaks for itself.
Well, it seemed like when in the early 2000s is when they started remaking like every successful comic book they ever released. I mean, my friend was talking online he says, here, this is Spider-Man versus Wolverine. He threw up some new comic I'd never seen. I said, that's not Spider-Man versus Wolverine. I'll show you Spider-Man versus Wolverine. Came out, 1986, the death of Ned Leeds. Remember when they were in Russia? The one shot they did?
I don't remember.
Spider-Man versus Wolverine? You don't remember that?
No, because Ned Leeds died in Spider-Man 280 something.
But yeah, Spider-Man versus Wolverine. They did Secret Wars. They did.
I remember they had a one-shot Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The one shot.
Yeah,
they redid it.
Yeah,
and it's like, what? I don't know. Maybe they were desperate. That was a pretty dark time for comics. So they were really going downhill in the early 2000s.
Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah,
you got people like I mean, Deadpool came out. I mean,
I heard Deadpool.
I mean,
New Mutants?
God, yeah, New Mutants was at 98.
I was never a big fan of New Mutants.
And they should have kept it with Cable coming out in 87, New Mutants 87, because they were already doing. Cable's not really a super popular character though, like Deadpool.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on Deadpool. He's corny to me.
Yeah.
If you like Deadpool, hey, that's your thing. I mean, but they just do a bit much with the oversaturation of everything. I mean, I remember when Punisher came out, there was like so many Punisher titles, Punisher and Punisher Wardrobe, and Punisher in Vietnam, or whatever. I mean, it was just too many, titles. Of, when they come out with something, they always want to overdo it.
And it's not just Marvel. Look at how DC is releasing Harley Quinn comics.
Oh my God! Yeah, she's another one. Thank you.
How many different titles there? I don't think you can count them.
Oh my God!
But
I was collecting her. Just recently, I've been collecting her recent volume of comics because once again they've duped us by putting a prominent artist, a very talented artist, Frank Cho, doing the cover art. He was making these real cutesy covers or whatever.
I'm a big fan of Frank Cho. I love Liberty Meadows.
They're putting out his. Actually, I found out that because he was doing Wonder Woman at first, and then he got into an argument with, gosh, I forget the writer's name, over showing Wonder Woman's bikini. And they cut it off, and he got pissed, so he went over and started doing Harley, and then Jenny Friesen started Harley Quinn. And I initially was collecting those covers because they're cool, but same thing. They're old, they're stale now. I don't even look at them no more. Matter of fact, I'm about to sell them. I'm about to put them up for sale because, they're just they lose their luster when like anything when you. I guess people don't understand the importance of rarity. That's why the whole game is shifted. Now because nothing's rare anymore. You could just hop on eBay and pretty much, which is on the flip side a good thing. But as far as
that's how I get all my comics.
Yeah, me too. But this is the day and age of push button access. So you literally want something. You want something to eat. I could push a button right now and it could be at my door in 15 minutes. With anything, you want a couch, you could push your button if you really want it, and then it could be at your house in the next 24 hours without you even having to get up and walk out your front door.
And what kills me about the variants is they'll do an intentional low print run on a couple of the variants. The comic stores, as soon as they get them, they're already selling a brand new comics for $50, $60 because it's a variant cover. What is the point of buying the ordinary cover? It's never going to be worth anything. Only the variant is rare. And it's just no point in buying them anymore. That's why I stopped buying new comics.
Well, my Kev over at our LCS, he doesn't even buy. A lot of these variants are like one for 25 or one for 10, which means he has to buy for every 10 copies of a comic regular, he gets one of the variant. And he prices them accordingly. Start at usually around $20. His variants are about $20, which isn't bad. But shit, if they got a variant for, let's say, let's go Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, which is not a very popular title, or he's going to have to, they put out a 1 in 25 variant. Okay. If he wants that one variant, that means for every 25 copies of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and he knows
he can't move.
He knows he's not going to sell 25 copies of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Nobody's getting them. He's got 1 through 13 stacked up in the back, 10 issues of each of those. That's 130 comic books of the whole run that he hasn't sold. So it's a pretty tight spot to be in if you're if you're a comic store owner, and I get it now, and it really sucks the way they, and like I said, for all that trouble and for that system of way of doing things, let's put it to you like this. That's the reason why Hastings went out of business. Hastings was the biggest comic, distributor in the world. And because they kept getting, doing all these variants and stuff, and they just had too much. They had too much back product. They had to go out of business because they had, it wasn't worth it for them. They started too much overhead, way too much. Um, and for all that trouble, the product that they're, Marvel and DC is putting out is just not. It's just not up to par. I mean, you got these whack artists, you got these whack writers with these whack stories, whacked ass characters. I mean, some of them are. I mean, not everybody's whack, but I mean, and you got everybody jumping and flipping when they come out with something like today. You got the first appearance of Noah, the symbiote god, and everybody's running around like a chicken with their head cut off, trying to get his first appearance, and all this in anticipation of the movie that's coming out. You know what I mean? If the movie sucks, all that shit's gonna go down the drain. So everybody's been running around for these past few months. I hope it doesn't suck. I hope Venom is tight.
I hope so too. I wouldn't go see it if I wasn't hoping it was good.
Yeah.
But like that new...
that'd be an awesome birthday present, though, because it comes out on my birthday weekend.
So. But then they're making some whack movies too. Like, I am not going to go see Shazam. That looks so bad.
Okay, that's a good segue into the next section. I'm glad you saw the reviews. Because people are... A big complaint with the way people were tripping about DC compared to Marvel. Marvel's movies is they was like, DC's too serious, DC's too dark. Marvel's having fun with it. You like Ant-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy. They're they have humor in their movies. Not everything needs to be so serious. Yeah. So I guess DC is taking a page out of Marvel's book and try to get a little lightheartedness with Shazam. And I haven't heard one. I've heard a lot of reviews from my fellow YouTubers and everything. I'm gonna come straight out. I'm call a spade a spade. That shit looks like it sucks.
It does. It looks bad.
Oh my god, man,
it's
really
bad.
Horrible. Everything about that. I mean, the guy who plays him looks like a fucking dork.
You know how much I love that character?
Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for that shit.
I know. I've been waiting a long time for a decent movie about Captain Marvel.
When I saw the picture of who was playing him, I was like, who the fuck is this asshole?
I know.
Dude looks like a straight dork. He looks like a Nicolas Cage looked goofy enough as it is, and he looks like a goofy ass Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that was...
Man, in a blown up puffy suit. I'm like, dude, he couldn't even work out. I mean, you couldn't even get this guy on a workout regimen. He couldn't get no natural yolks. Come on, man. You got him in a blow up suit. What the fuck is that?
It looks all bad.
All bad. And I wasn't in the majority with thinking that DC needed to change their formula or how they was doing. I love Justice League.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Suicide Squad.
That was okay.
It was okay, actually.
It was okay.
I mean, I thought the issues with Suicide Squad had to do with more of the casting, mostly. The storyline was probably about maybe 40% of it. And the casting problem was about 60, maybe even the characters. But definitely, I mean, the movie worked. I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie, but it wasn't like fucking Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds and shit like that. I mean, humor obviously don't work for y'all like you think it do. You know what I mean? I'm looking at Shazam like another Green Lantern right about now.
No worse than that.
Yeah, it's bad, man. The goofy kid and everything. I mean, it's bad.
I mean, Captain Marvel's a kid, turns into a grown man, but he's supposed to have the wisdom of Solomon. That's what the first S is.
The strength of Zeus.
Yeah.
It's way too dorky. I mean, I'm sorry. So I don't know if I'm stepping on anybody's toes or ruin anybody's future aspirations of going to see Shazam, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, coming from a nerdy gangster, that shit is whack. Not looking forward to that. What about Godzilla? Did you see the trailer for Godzilla?
I saw the trailer. I'm a little disappointed. I thought they were going to release individual movies for those, for Mothra and Ghidra, and it seems like they want to squeeze it all into one movie. They don't want to make multiple movies.
Okay, so I was a big Godzilla fan.
Yeah, I was too. We
so,
both used to see in the theater Godzilla.
So what that is essentially a remake of Godzilla King of All Monsters.
Yeah.
So that's all that is. I mean, I'm
going to see it.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to see it.
I blew my lid when I seen that. I seen King Ghidorah or King Ghidra, as Americans like to say. Mothra Rodan is up in there. Oh man, shoot!
I'm really hoping it's going to be good. I wish they would have released them in individual movies, like I said they were.
No, that would have been horrible. Ain't nobody
so?
gonna go see a movie about Mothra. Fuck no, nobody gonna see that shit.
You put Godzilla in there too.
Nah, man, ain't nobody gonna see a movie about no flying pterodactyl.
When they did Mothra and Godzilla, that was a hit way back in before we were born.
That's because they were fighting each other.
Yeah,
you got to make them fight each other, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I'm going to see it. I hope it's good. I just hope they didn't try to do too much in one movie.
They should have thrown Gamma right there. Remember Gamma?
Yeah.
The flying turtle?
Yeah. Doing there at Feast, though, I saw a turtle in there. I watched that preview carefully, and I saw a turtle. I didn't know if it was Gamma, but it looked like him.
Oh, shit, it might be.
It might be.
I think they're owned by the same damn studio or whatnot. Shit, what about, let's see. What about Venom? Let's talk about Venom. How's Venom looking to you?
I'm going to go see it. I'm also looking forward to it. I hope it's good. I've always liked the Venom character. I hope it's good. You never can tell. The previews look good, but you never can tell to actually sit down and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to say where they're at. Like the previews you've seen and stuff. So I don't know. When I see a trailer, I don't know how much more the movie has to be made and how much CGI and special effects they've put into it already. I do like the actor. I thought he'd be a little bigger because Eddie Brock's a big buff guy.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to hear that they're, using a lot of the characters. Like I think Carnage is going to be in there.
Carnage is cool.
And Anti-Venom and the symbiotes, the poison, stuff like that. So
those I don't know.
Yeah, see, and Carnage is. See, I take it back. See, now that's a character that they came out with, around the same time as Deadpool, Carnage. And I initially thought, again, that they were doing too much because like Venom is cool, but now here comes an offshoot of Venom because of his popularity. Let's keep it going.
It's kind of like a bad idea that turned out well. It was probably a bad idea to go with Carnage, but when you read the early comics with him in it, they're very good.
Well, like I said, hindsight's 2020. He's a cool character now. I mean, there's no denying that. So that turned out okay. Venom, it's looking good. I mean, a lot of people were mad about the tongue. I hope they just don't do the long ass tongue or whatever. I'm liking the teeth though. That's looks real menacing. So I'm looking forward to that. So we got Venom. We're looking forward to Shazam. A definite hell no. Godzilla, we
both looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. What about Aquaman? What do you think about Aquaman?
I'm looking forward to it. I love Aquaman.
Yeah, I'm super stoked to see that, man.
Yes.
That movie looks badass. Did you see Black Manta?
I haven't watched the trailer for it yet.
Oh my God! You don't know what you're missing.
Black Manta's awesome. That's a great pick for a villain.
You gotta see how he looks, man. He looks just like the character in the comic book. Even better. It's fucking badass.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Aquaman. I know he's a ripoff of Namor, but I love Namor. I love Aquaman. He's got all powers of Namor except he can't fly.
Yeah, he don't have wings on his ankles.
Yeah,
But
however that works.
As far as taking those two characters and putting them side by side, I've always been a Prince Namor fan because I'm a Marvel guy. But right now, I'm digging Aquaman a lot better.
I've always digged Aquaman.
As a business move,
yeah,
I'm thinking they could do a lot more with Aquaman than they could ever do with Namor. Namer's just never been that it character for Marvel.
Well, he's a classic. He goes all the way back to Timely.
I mean, that's even more damaging because you're taking somebody. That's like saying Captain America ain't popular. I mean, I don't think they could. They're about. Okay, let's go like this. Captain America and Namor are about the same age.
Yeah.
Captain America is a very successful franchise. Okay. Namor, I don't think they could even come. I don't even think they could make a good Namor movie. I don't even think they could make that movie appeal to the public. I don't even think they could make that character appeal to the public right now.
You know what I think would be successful is if they made another Fantastic Four and Namor was the villain. That would be something to watch.
That would be good.
You
know? That would actually
what was
be
it?
Really
Fantastic Four, was it the first annual or something? Was the big battle between Namor and the Fantastic Four? I think it was the first annual.
He's always been...
but if they took that comic and made it into a movie, that would be epic.
Well, they wouldn't do that. You know, they think according to the only nemesis Fantastic Four has is Dr. Doom. So for 3 movies now, it's always been Dr. Doom. I mean, you had the Mole Man, you had
Molecule Man.
Claw. Everybody fought the Phantom. I mean, but they just can't get there, and they ain't even done them right. Although the one with Silver Surfer was kind of cool, just because the Silver Surfer was in there. What did you think? Did you see the Teen Titans trailer?
Yes.
How'd you like that?
Looks good.
Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead.
Good, but
I'm gonna go ahead and be like,
I'm not a big Teen Titans fan, but I'm
not either.
See it. I'm gonna go see it.
I don't know if I'm gonna go see it in the theaters because I thought it was a movie. I didn't know it was a cartoon.
Oh, you're talking about Teen Titans Go?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's for kids. Aren't they making a series, Teen Titans?
Nah, from what I saw, I only saw the
I thought they were doing something. Maybe it was a TV show. I remember seeing an ad for it, but maybe. No, Teen Titans Go is, you know who I'm going to take to see it? Little man. My little 5-year-old cousin. He loves Teen Titans Go.
No, I was talking to Kev, the owner of our LCS, and he was telling me he saw the trailer, but he said it was rated R because he said Nightwing. He said, fuck Batman. So I don't think that's the cartoon, but then again, it could be because remember the Suicide Squad cartoon that they have. That's pretty R-rated. So I don't know. I looked for I've been watching all the Comic-Con trailers, and I didn't see Teen Titans. I watched them like twice now. I think 2 or 3 times, and I unless I just missed it because I was half-assed paying attention.
Maybe I'm crazy. I did see the preview of Teen Titans Go. It looks like it's just like the cartoon. It's made for little kids, toddler age, and by up to about 8 years old would like it. They talk about eating their vegetables at dinner and cleaning up their rooms.
I didn't pay that much attention to it.
I got little man over here. I watch a lot of Teen Titans Go. When he's gone, I watch something else.
mean the trailer.
Oh no, but that's what Teen Titans Go is. It's a little kid show.
Yeah, it might. Hopefully they'll do something a little different with it. Okay, now what about Glass?
Oh, I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah.
I actually watched Split and thought it was very boring, but I loved Unbreakable so much that I can't wait to see Glass. And maybe that Psycho guy will make a good villain. I'm just looking forward to it.
No, I don't know what Split is. I never saw that.
Split is the movie about the split personality guy that he's fighting. In the very end of Split, you see the Unbreakable guy, and he's watching the news and said so-and-so escaped. And they're talking about Mr. Glass, and it was a brief after the credits little clip.
So I'm gonna have to go because Unbreakable has been my flick for years.
Oh, that's a great movie
since it came out.
But yeah, if you watch Split, that's about the bad guy who's going to be a Glass or the Muscle. Basically,
Okay.
Takes on. I can't remember his name.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis's character.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Glass, and I do like M. Night Shyamalan. You know, and some people hate on him because I don't like every movie he made.
No.
But no one puts out a hit every time. I think if half your movies are great, you're a great filmmaker.
Yeah.
If even half of them are good, and I would say with M. Night Shyamalan, at least half his movies are really, really good. And I'm looking forward to Glass.
Yeah, I am too. Now, what about these Netflix shows that are coming out now? First of all, Netflix and the CW. Do you watch? Okay, probably my favorite show, or not so much anymore. But for a long time, my favorite show was Supergirl. I was really liking that show, and Flash. I really like those shows a lot. But I could not stand Black Lightning. I could not even get past the first episode. Yeah. I mean, the character is just weak. I don't know about too much of him as a comic book character, but
he was in the old Suicide Squad, from the 80s.
The way he don't even
not Suicide Squad. I'm sorry, he was in the Outsider.
He doesn't even
Batman and the Outsiders.
He doesn't even have a mask on the TV show. He's just. Yeah. I mean, they could tell it's the same dude. All he did was put a little whatever on his face. It looks like the same guy. So often I can't even get past that to watch the show. It looks like you can't tell that guy's the principal, of the school. It's just whack.
You know how I love the Outsiders, the old Outsiders. Right. I recently got a collection of them from the 80s. I was looking forward to Black Lightning until I heard the CW was making it. Then I didn't want to watch it. Well, it seems like all the CW shows, they're all like these teenage soap opera type shows. And you got
not necessarily.
Over half the show is melodrama, and I only get to see like 10 or 15 minutes of actual superhero action.
No, you ain't been watching The Flash.
No, I watched like the first Flash, the pilot. I didn't like it. It's like all the shows are the same to me. No. But I love the Netflix shows. Daredevil, especially. Iron Fist was okay. Power Man I thought was really good. But not into the CW. And if they release any more shows, I probably won't watch them.
Yeah. Luke Cage season 2 was actually really good. That probably.
I haven't watched it yet, but I love the first season.
The Defenders is really good. Luke Cage season 2 was right up there with it, if not the best. And I'm really looking forward to Punisher second season. Iron Fist too. Like I said, because Iron Fist is probably the weakest of all.
I'd like to see more of it though. I think they could develop it more.
Yeah, after the Defenders, because I thought I had totally written him off after his, after the first Iron Fist. I was like, oh yeah, he's whack. But then I saw the Defenders, and it kind of brought it back for me, brought him back as a character for me. Jessica Jones is good too. I like Jessica Jones.
I didn't care for it too much.
It's all right. I like the first season better than the second, I think. But yeah.
I wasn't into Jessica Jones too much. Haven't watched the Defenders yet. You know me, I'm behind on watching TV shows. I could spend all my free time watching Netflix or CW shows. I would choose Netflix.
Yeah, but you're going to run out of stuff,
Well, look how long I've been watching. I'm still in the middle of Daredevil season 2. I don't watch a lot of TV shows,
Yeah, you gotta check out that Defenders.
I want to. I'm gonna watch that next.
Yeah,
I really want to see Luke Cage season 2. Why don't they just have him team up with Luke Cage and just put him in Power Man Iron Fist?
Well, you gotta watch it.
Well, I will. I hope to see Iron Fist in there.
You just might. You might be surprised.
That would be a very pleasant surprise.
You might be surprised. Never know what you're missing until you try it out. What's good, guys? Yeah. Gene Paul What's up, man? Oh, let's see. Gene Paul.
He says Jessica Jones season 1 was good.
Gene Paul H. Peter. What's good, guys? I ain't got my glasses on, so.
I can see it.
What's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. We got you in the house. Hopefully, I think somebody tuned in earlier and they tuned right back out. So fuck these guys. It's all good. I mean, if they don't watch it live, you could always come back to it. Like I said, this is just something we just started. So thank you, brother, for tuning in, man. Truly appreciate it. Yeah, Jessica Jones was really good. The second season was good too. I mean, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like Purple. I like the guy who plays Purple Man too. He's pretty good.
That's surprising. They turned him into a good villain because Purple Man was Daredevil number 3 or 5.
Oh yes,
was a crappy character, and I love it when they take a crappy character and they see a potential in them and they turn into they didn't
turn them. They just revamped them because that's what they call it. Those are two totally different characters. They actually terminized this guy as a modern Purple Man. Yeah, that's not the dude in the door, not Grimace in a purple suit from back in the day. What about Punisher? Did you check out Punisher?
Not yet. So watching Daredevil season 2, man. It's got the Punisher in it.
You need to just go ahead and stop that shit.
I'm gonna go watch it right now.
just stop it. I would, if I had to rank them. Gosh, they're all so good, man. I would say going from the bottom to the top, Iron Fist is obviously at the bottom. Jessica Jones probably right above that, just because she's not totally kicking. But I mean, that's not to say her series is not good. But then the Defenders came along and brought all of them together. Matched so well. I actually wish that wasn't limited. That's something that they're not going to continue to do. Luke Cage wasn't my favorite and it's still probably not till season 2. But season 2 was really good.
He says Iron Fist was awesome though. Loved it. The soundtrack for Iron Fist was awesome.
Yeah, I like a lot of their soundtracks. Like I like the music in the second Luke Cage series a lot.
You know what I loved is Daredevil's costume. That was badass.
Yeah, he got a badass costume. The costumes that let's see.
And I loved in Power Man when he had remember in the 70s, his first appearance, he had on that outfit, the yellow shirt with open breasts and the bracelets and the thing on his head. He goes, I look ridiculous. Yeah. That was funny, man.
Yeah, he said that.
I said, yeah, that's what he used to look like.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. They did do that homage in there.
Canary yellow shirt.
Yeah, but they threw it in there and they made it work.
It was
pretty badass. I liked that. I actually like how they do. So you're gonna like Iron Fist. He's actually. I'll go ahead and spoiler alert. He's actually They do the Power Man Iron Fist thing.
Oh, that's good. They're just made for each other.
And he actually the way they do the Iron Fist, the way they make it look is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that's fucking badass. I was like, wow, they really did that. Daredevil, I can't wait for the new season. I don't hear them talking about it, which got me scared. Kind of got a second season with him because of the Defenders. You kind of got a third season with some of them because who has 2 seasons out already? Daredevil. So he kind of had 3. Luke Cage now has 2, but with Defenders it kind of makes it 3. Punisher is what I'm really looking forward to because I want to see Jigsaw.
Yeah,
with his Jigsaw face.
Yeah, Jigsaw was
damn, that show was graphic though. I'm like, damn.
Jigsaw was his best villain.
Dude.
Yeah, I hope they bring back the Kingpin too.
Oh yeah, he was many. That's what got me watching the show. What's up, man? How you doing? It's Uncanny Cow.
Uncanny Cow Wakanda. Hello.
What's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Right on, man.
Oh, he shared this out. Thank you for that.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, Y'all feel free to chime in and join the convo, man. That's why it's called Comic Book Convo. I get tired of talking to this dude all the time. We gonna start arguing in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna start grumbling at each other.
Oh, New Zealand, that's what's up. Yay! All right. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Awesome. That's dope, man.
Says what's good.
So they know each other. That's what's up.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful. Let me get these little alerts off the screen here. Let me just X this out.
Yeah,
lucky I didn't do this with my phone. I wouldn't be able to see the. We'd be all squinting at my phone trying to see what's up. Oh,
see, you know what DC I love that comes out are those animated movies. They put a direct to disc. Those are the best, man. I've got a stack of them. I've watched like half of them. Their worst movies are okay to pretty good, and their best movies just knock it out the park. And I just wish they had gone anywhere else but the CW to make their TV shows, because they got talent at Warner Brothers making those animated movies.
Well,
okay.
Marvel wasn't doing too bad either, because they have what was it? Is it Captain America? I think it's Captain America and Iron Man. Yeah, Captain America and Iron Man. They have animated. It's like digital animation. It's real good. And then they have the Hulk and Iron Man cartoons, digital animation, and those are awesome.
Yeah, I think you got to look hard though on the Marvel animated straight to disc movies, because I found a lot of them are bad, but every now and then they get a really good one.
Like I said, I don't enjoy enough of them. Like I said, I found those two on Netflix.
Yeah,
and I don't see too many other ones.
Well, I gotta let you borrow some of my DC movies. They are awesome. The straight to disc movies. I mean, they were talking about Batman's son, who was being raised by Ra's al Ghul, and how his son breaks away from him, becomes a new Robin, and Batman takes him under his wing and teaches him not to kill.
Now, see, we going down that road again. Now, if the, like I said, I'm an art guy, so if the art is not appealing, whether it's in comic book form or on screen, I'm not messing with it.
The animation's great.
No, I'm gonna be like the animation that was in that Suicide Squad movie, the latest one with the Joker, when it was in Japan or whatever. I didn't really care for it. I mean,
I did.
It was. I mean, I know it's a style. Bad Avenger, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Man?
Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, Bats? I watched your haul earlier, man. As always, I love them. You got a lot of good info in there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. I know it's a taste thing, and everybody has. That's just not my style. That's more like a Japanimation kind of thing. Which like I said, I know you like.
Well, that was Batman Ninja. They did that.
Yeah,
it kind of went manga style, but mostly others. The art looks a lot like that Batman animated series. Remember they came out with the early '90s.
Yeah,
the good one.
Yeah, I have it.
That's the kind of animation they're doing, but a little bit better, a little more cleaned up.
I like that style.
I do too.
I like that style of art with the original Batman animated series.
But that's what you're looking at most of those movies. They use that style, that quality.
Okay, I could dig that.
I think you'd like them. I'm gonna let you borrow. You're not gonna leave here without a few of those movies.
Yeah, I don't mind.
They did a what if story. What if General Zod's son?
What's up, 4-Way Flashers on comics? What's going on, man?
How's it going?
You said they did a story with Zod?
Zod put his baby into the capsule and launched him to Earth.
Yeah, I heard that.
And General Zod and Zod's son was Superman. Oh, it was just a great movie. a great what if movie.
Oh, I got you subbed up, man. I got you subbed up too, brother. Right on for subbing. I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, I heard about that. Now, see, that's another thing with these stories. Like, they don't have to change the way things were. Like like. I mean, that's kind of cool with Zod getting there at the last minute. But now you got like in Superman, they got Rogue Lazar who really destroyed Krypton.
Yeah.
Some new character, Carlos. I mean, it's just a bit much to wrap my head around as a 45-year-old.
I watch it. I enjoy it.
But you don't, though. You don't like everything like that. We were just talking about.
No, I'm talking about the comics. When the comics are going off the rails, these animated movies, they can do whatever they want. There's no sequel. There's no prequel. It's not part of some canon or some universe. It's just, hey, we got a great idea for a movie. Let's animate it. They put it out there. You either like it or you don't, and you won't see it again. Yeah. As far as sequels or anything like that, you're not going to see it again
unless it becomes a hit.
Unless Marvel gets their hands on
it. Let's make a part 2 or whatever. I just don't like when they change the origin basically of things. And now you got.
Well, I got 2 what if. They're not what ifs. I can't remember what they're called, but I got 2 what if comics. My favorite one is Speeding Bullets. That's what if. Superman's pod when he was a baby crashed in Gotham in Wayne Manor, and they raised him to be Batman with Superman's powers. It's called Speeding Bullets. It was a one-shot. I thought it was very good. The art was good, and the what if story was good. And they didn't go anywhere else. They just said, "Ooh, this would be a cool, weird story. What if Batman had Superman's abilities?" And they did a good job with it. The other one was what if Bruce Wayne with the ring? Well, instead of choosing Hal Jordan, what if he chose Bruce Wayne before he became Batman?
Now, see, I don't.
That was Darkest Night.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, they were one shots, and they were good.
But see, that's on the premise of what if. Yeah. So I don't really mind that. But when they go ahead and they with my thing is with the alternate the alternate worlds and universes.
Well, see, that's what's nice about it. It's not an alternate world. It's just a one-shot story.
No, I'm talking about when they do that.
Oh, I know. That's what I was grumbling about earlier.
Yeah, because I don't know what to follow. I don't know what.
Spider-Gwen is a perfect example of that. What planet is she from?
Punisher Comics. Right on, man. Thank you for subscribing, brother. I got you back, man. I sub up to everybody.
Did you see that? He had a great picture of Punisher with
Mike Zeck.
Yeah, I know. Remember Mike Zeck was my favorite artist for the longest time?
Somebody was just talking about how they didn't like nobody but when he draws a Punisher, they're like that is who draws a Punisher. I think it was Bat Avenger who was saying that. Was it? Correct me if I'm wrong, Bats. Was that you who was saying that earlier? See, that's how you know I'll be watching and listening. I think that was you that said that he's the guy that draws the Punisher for you, Mike Zeck.
I would say go check out Captain America Annual number 8 where he fights Wolverine. That was a great issue.
That's yeah, yep. See, yes, sir. Yep. That was you. See, I ain't getting that old and senile. I can remember stuff. Dang it! Stop it. See, what had happened was, y'all, we gonna keep a secret. My dumb ass. Somebody told me not to do this too. Man, I was sitting here with a cup of coffee and something happened, and before you know it, that whole cup spilled all up on here, man.
Oh.
All up on here. So when you see me tapping kind of hard or stuff is a little haywire sometimes because, I did what I could. And I don't need to be doing. I'm clumsy enough as it is anyway, so I don't know what made me think I could chill and drink coffee like I'm good at it. Yeah, I can't wait for that Black Label.
And Wakanda Center just bought X-Men Grand Design today.
Oh, Venom 4. I'm looking for that Venom 4, man. Hey, man, now I'm talking about artists. Now, it's I'm picky, okay? I think the majority of artists out today is kind of whack compared to how many there is out there. I mean, I think there's a lot more whacked artists than there are good artists, and they seem to use just the good guys to just do covers nowadays. But Ryan Stegman, the dude who's doing Venom, that dude is. I love his art. Now I remember seeing when Venom 1 was first been previewed in these to come out, and they did like like a little. They do they do these kind of things sometimes, and they did one of just like a little layout of a couple of pages on the inside, and they showed his art for Venom 1, and I was like, oh wow. Yeah. Whoever's doing that is good. You know what I mean? So all the way around that new Venom series, and I'm not really a Venom guy per se. I liked him better as a complete bad guy. I know he has a good side to him, you know. I thought they kind of calmed him down, which is cool or whatever. But I mean, the people in this volume, the latest volume of Venom, is getting me into him now.
Let's say hello to Undisputed Frost.
What's up, Undisputed?
Thanks for joining in.
I like that name, man. Undisputed Frost. That's dope. Punisher Comics. I like that name too. What's happening, man? Man, thank you guys all for tuning in. I didn't think we was gonna have no love. I was ready to talk with zero people in and zero thumbs up. It was 0-0 for like almost an hour. But now we got 7 watching, 3 thumbs up. I appreciate you all, man. Much love, y'all. Good stuff, man. Happy birthday. What's up, man? Happy birthday. Man, that's what's up.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Punisher Comics, man. Man, I hope you're having a blast, brother. Yeah. Make it count.
We were talking about earlier, we're also looking forward to some conventions coming up.
Yeah. If you guys are in our area, let's see here. If you're in our area, first of all, don't forget about this coming up 1 week from today. You got the Infinity Wars #1 launch party. Okay, this is Universal. It says at your participating comic shop. So if your comic shop is a real comic shop, they should be participating. And I know they will because they want that Infinity Wars money. Yeah, the Infinity Countdown, Infinity Prime, Infinity this, Infinity that.
Infinity Wars was a big time when it came out in the 80s. God. Remember that?
See, listen, like I said, I gotta keep it 100. Lindsay's Geeked Out Knickknacks. She said happy birthday, but that's the homie right there. I don't know if she's tuning in, but give her a shout out anyway. The Uncanny Cow. I really dropped out when they did Secret Wars 2. That really pissed me off. And then they did Fall of the Mutants, and they did an Inferno, and they did all this other goo. I just was not into that. That crap, man.
You remember how much I love the Silver Surfer? That's in that series,
right?
Yeah, I wish I would have kept it because those Infinity comics are worth a fortune.
Yeah, hindsight is 2020.
Yeah, hindsight is 2020.
I just like I said, but I'm trying to prevent doing that now. You know what I mean? I try to stay current. You know, I watch a lot of these guys. Bat Avenger is he keeps me in the loop. Seriously. But check this out. If you guys is in California and around the Bay Area, this is Stockton Con, August 18th and 19th. He's gonna try to go to that.
Definitely try to go to that.
I can't because the 18th is my lady's birthday, so actually, I don't think I'll be with her on her birthday. I think she's going out of town. I might be able to go, but because her birthday's coming up, I might be a little short on funds. But there's another one coming up. I'm not going to this one. This is August 31st. This is SAC Anime at Sacramento Convention Center, August 31st through September 2nd. Anybody's in, like I said, in Sacramento Valley, Bay Area, out here in California, go ahead too. And I know a lot of people around here are like Reggie, IFBB Pro. I think he lives in San Francisco. Journals, Comics, and Pop Culture. He lives close by. My man Key Comics, Comic News Network. He lives in Sacramento.
Well, Punisher Comics is saying that we don't talk about much is Acts of Vengeance. I'm not sure what that is. He's talking about an event.
Oh, Acts of Vengeance. Acts of Vengeance. That's Amazing Spider-Man number 328 with him punching Hulk up on the cover. Yeah. I didn't really I know that's a popular story arc though, because I was just tripping on it, the other day, where all the villains were supposed to team up. Yeah, Acts of Vengeance. Yeah, I was just tripping on that. That's Amazing Spider-Man 328 with him belly punching. He's punching the Hulk. Remember that cover where he's punching the Hulk and he says, "Now who's the strongest one there is?" Yeah, but what Tom McFarlane cover?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you had that scene. It's a classic.
I'm out of the loop.
Man, it's old.
How old?
It's old. It's Tom McFarlane on the cover.
I wasn't into the Tom McFarlane Spider-Man. You remember that?
If you saw it, you know I was talking about. We got SAC Comic Con Sunday, October 21st. This is the one I want to go to. Is Sacramento Convention Center. Yeah. Hopefully they'll have Neil Adams there. I think he was there last time. I know it's a lot. Sometimes getting in to see these artists is a task in itself, but hopefully I can make something happen.
Neil Adams, does it say he's going to be there?
No, but he was at the last one, and he didn't really say he was going to be there. So I'm just hoping he was there.
Well, he shows up. I'm glad you told me. I got some Neil Adams stuff I like.
Yeah. I love it when it's like this. I mean, this is only one day. It's on a Sunday, and it's only $10 to get in. So, I mean, I'm not a, I've noticed that the older I've gotten, when I was younger, I used to like to be around a lot of people, like raves and malls and stuff like that. Nowadays, with my age, I can't wait to get inside a mall and get the hell out.
Yeah.
I don't like crowded movie theaters. I don't like being around a bunch of people.
Lots of traffic.
Yeah, I can't do that, man. Not no more. So the more scarcer, the better for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it on the convention. So if you guys, that's pretty much covered from now till October, which is a good 3 months. You got stuff to do. Yeah, what do you guys think about the shows that we're talking about? Like, what's your favorite your favorite Netflix TV show? What's your favorite television TV show? Like, CW. Like I said, I pretty much like everything. I tell you, the only thing I really do not like is the Black Lightning show. I just thought it was. Like I said, I couldn't even get past the first episode just off the character alone. Like I said, I'm one of those kind of guys. Like if the art is whack, I'm not going to read the story. If the animation is weak, I'm not gonna watch the cartoon. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. And so people, they come to me, did you read the story? And the story just, I'm like, oh no, the art sucked. I couldn't even get past it. But I love the Punisher. Can't wait for. Oh yeah, that's not ironic. Punisher. He said call it ironic because it's Punisher comes. It ain't ironic. That's meant to be. They doing that for you, man. Yeah, that show was for you. Shoot, I can't wait for. I'm getting antsy. I'm like wondering what's taking so long. I'm cool to have Luke Cage, and I'm very happy. But Luke Cage was right above Iron Fist to me as far as like rating him.
I like Luke Cage a lot.
Not the first. The first season was cool. I'm not saying it was bad. It just wasn't one of my favorites. So it wasn't one I was looking forward to. I was more looking forward to the next. Actually, I was looking forward to the next Defenders, but they're not. You know, they're not. They're not. That's just a limited series. Um, but yeah, Punisher. I can't wait for that. Like I said, I can't wait to see Jigsaw. I mean, I'm kind of. Is it morbid that I can't wait to see how they do his jacked up face?
No, I mean Jigsaw was the best villain the Punisher had.
Good.
I love to see them go at each other.
Gosh, I'm surprised they that because Marvel has a what 4-way flashers on comics. Are you serious? Hey, I can dig it though, man. If it's just not your thing, it's not your thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm the same way with certain stuff. Like,
and I don't feel like I gotta watch this show. I watch it if I enjoy it, and I've enjoyed the Netflix shows. That's why I keep watching them. But some people, I got to see every episode of this, and this, and Heroes of Tomorrow, and Krypton, and everything else. And I say, I watched the first few Krypton, and wasn't crazy about it, so I stopped watching it. I'm not saying it's a bad show; it just didn't really catch my attention.
What did you guys think? Or what did you think about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh, I stopped watching on the second episode. The plot was so brain dead. I mean, it made I lost intelligence. Intelligence leaked out of my ears when I watched the second episode.
I started off with it. I think I watched maybe like a season, and then I dropped off for a season, and it got a little more interesting to me.
No, you catch this. This was a plot in a nutshell, right? They have a plane. They fly to.
Oh my God! Bad Avenger, you crazy, man.
No, but they fly a plane to this pyramid to get some artifact, right? There's a small commando unit or whatever wants to get on the plane.
What are we talking about?
The second episode of the Shield.
Oh yeah.
They want to get on the plane. If they don't put them on the plane, they're going to get killed by revolutionaries. You're with me so far, right?
Right.
So they get on the plane, and of course they turn on the Shield agents and try and kill them all. And then the leader of the Shield guy says, "Oh, I knew you guys were going to do this the whole time." Then why didn't you just leave them down there to get killed? Why would you risk your men, risk losing or damaging your plane, risk the lives of your agents just so you could say something smart ass to them at the end of the episode? I saw that. I was done.
Well, stuff like that, you gotta.
That's just
you gotta watch the whole thing because stuff happens later on down the line to where you might think it is when it really ain't. So I ain't gonna spoil it, but
I was done. You can't spoil it. I'm not watching Shield.
Yeah, I mean it's. What about the Inhumans?
The Inhumans? I have not. It hasn't come out yet, has it?
Yeah,
it did.
Yeah, it came and went.
Came and went.
Sucked eggs.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Who put it out?
Marvel.
No, I mean what station?
Oh, it's just like what Fox, the same people who did Shield.
Oh,
yeah, and I think they did New Mutants, or was it Legion? Never saw that either. Jessica Jones never changed her clothes because she always drunk in her office. She get up like that. She ain't got time.
But I will say this: I'm not hating on Shield or the CW shows because I don't like it doesn't mean it sucks. And I try to keep that in my mindset. It's a lot of people watch it. It's a popular show. It's a good show. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I don't mind Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The only problem yeah. Gosh. Now, I think whoever the screenwriters are and whoever the executive producers are of the show will be much better suited into finding real quote unquote geeks like us and you guys who really know about the genre and the characters, because it seems to me, I mean, it just seems painfully evident that these Hollywood types are just hiring people who they think they could get the job done. They take these little crash courses in the characters, read these cliff notes, or hop on Google and find out. They don't. You could tell their interaction and how they're portraying and using these characters isn't genuine. That's why it's not selling. That's why we didn't like the Inhumans. Like Black Bolt wasn't even Black Bolt. You know what I mean? They don't look the part. They don't play the part. How can you go wrong with the Inhumans? That's like, I mean, if anything, that should double your money because that's like X-Men on the moon.
Inhumans is a great.
I mean, how can you go wrong with Black Bolt?
Black Bolt was awesome.
Come on, man. Oh, wait a minute. We couldn't do it because he can't talk. No, I don't want to hear that shit. That's dope that he can't talk.
He can destroy planets when he talks.
That man said stop and blew up everything. He said stop with a period and tore up the whole side of the moon. Y'all can't make that into something dope. Medusa with her long hair. You got Lockjaw. I mean, you got Gorgon. Mm-hmm. You got. I mean, come on, man.
It's a great series.
Come on, you guys didn't have to mess that up.
And he doesn't like Arrow, Bad Avenger. I'm not a fan of Arrow either.
Oh yeah, I did try that, man. It was the lead actor.
He wasn't very good.
He's not very good, actually.
One person made a comment. This isn't my comment, it's someone else's. Every time he's supposed to do something dramatic, like make it dramatic, he just walks out of the room. And they said that, and I noticed that because I did really try to watch Arrow. And I'm watching, and it's, that guy, instead of acting, he just leaves the room.
Yeah, he wasn't even good in the cameos he did in the Flash series. I mean, I found it kind of intriguing because they brought, only for the fact that they, crossed him over into the, that show. But he said Batman one, and he's not even a good one to be. It's like, can you get him a costume? I mean, he's like the same dude. Like, y'all can't tell that's. I mean,
hey, when I put my hood up, I become completely unrecognizable.
I mean, well, do that. I mean, something. I mean,
wait.
All they did was throw a mask on him and put some eyeliner on that dude. Yeah. Man, I'm like, come on, really?
Yeah.
You guys got to do better than that. You guys got to do better than that. It's 2020. So what y'all think about Legion? I never got a chance to check out Legion. I mean, obviously it didn't do that damn good. I mean, everybody was speculating that.
What, Legion of Superheroes?
No, Legion New Mutants, basically.
Oh, I didn't.
Am I saying that wrong? I'm saying the character. New Mutants. I didn't see the New Mutant show. Would have liked to, but I just couldn't catch it. I'll tell you what I did like as far as movies, going back to the cinematic universe. That was The Gifted. Okay, yeah, I knew it was called something different. Did you like that, man? The New Mutants one, yeah. Did you like The Gifted? I mean, I heard. Gosh, what did I hear? I didn't even think I heard mixed reviews. I just heard that it was coming out, and then I did hear that. Yeah, I do remember it. I didn't. Who was talking to me about it wasn't that pleased. I would put it like that. It was all right. I haven't seen the whole season. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not really grabbing us.
Yeah.
I mean, these shows should be grabbing, especially shows that you can see for free. Like, just same way, like the Netflix shows grab us. The first Punisher, how we can't wait to see the second season. The Daredevil one was really good. Hell, I'm be honest. Even though it wasn't my favorite, I'm waiting for the next Iron Fist. I'm seeing if they could do a little better. You know what I mean?
Or
he actually looked good in the Defenders. That's what got me turned back on.
It was like season 1 Iron Fist was like his origin. The whole season it took him to get his origin out.
Well, you know what it was. The thing about him is his choreography. He just looked whack doing his kung fu moves. Danny Rand's supposed to be a martial arts expert. That dude looked like he was a brown belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right, because they don't really own those guys.
Yeah, they don't own the rights.
That's a good segue. That's what I was just about to try to talk about. They're doing a Venom movie without Spider-Man.
Yeah, because Sony...
Frick out of here, man.
Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man.
Come on, man.
Disney recently acquired the company that owned the rights to the X-Men. So you can look forward to seeing another X-Men movie.
Yeah, that's why they're
by Disney. maybe the MCU. They said this is what I heard.
No, that merch been made. That's why I've been trying to say that
I know.
it might be in
it takes time to make those movies, you know.
Well, it might be you might see a Silver Surfer in the next Avengers.
Yeah, it's the MCU though. The actors, they don't know if they're going to continue with that. They're going to stop and make a new MCU because the actors don't want to spend their whole career playing the same superhero, and some of them are getting old and they're getting paid way too much. I
know Tony Stark he was his contract was up.
Yeah. So the MCU may be over, but I'm looking forward to MCU too.
No, it's like I said, they go in phases. Remember phase 1, phase 2. So I think we talking about phase 4 now. I heard them talking about.
But if you get in the next group of movies, they could do the X-Men, but Sony still has Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think they have Spider-Man. That's why he's not going to be in the Venom, because Sony's who's making Venom.
No, I thought it was the other way around. They said they were making another Spider-Man, and Disney didn't want to do it. They're going to use the same character, the same actor, but it's going to be outside the MCU. But I get annoyed with things like MCU. I like it better with DC. If they want to make a movie and they think it's going to be a good movie, a hit, they make it. They don't worry about dogma and canon and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I that shit is all bizarre to me. I'm like, just make it and make it good. Like, how can you make a Venom movie without Spider-Man?
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That's just really.
Oh, they had Spider-Man and Venom. So yeah, I did not know that.
Why is that even?
Why is that even an issue?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe they'll make another movie with Spider-Man versus Venom.
No, I mean, why not put Spider-Man in the damn movie? I mean,
that's
a no-brainer. Like I said, how can you have Spider-Man? I mean, how can you have Venom without Spider-Man?
I know, it's kind of hard when you know his origin.
Gosh. See, it seems like they go out of their way to screw shit up.
But you know what? Sony does not have the Fantastic Four. And remember, it was the Fantastic Four who separated Venom from Spider-Man. When he couldn't get the suit off, they put him in the chamber and put all that noise, that sound. It made Venom shake off of him. You remember that?
No, it was actually Spider-Man who did it when we went into the church tower.
No, that's when you first learned that the sound hurt Venom. But, but Venom had affixed himself so much, Spider-Man couldn't shed him, and the Fantastic Four had to do it for him.
Hey, Punisher, you might be right, man. I was thinking that. And seeing Bats,
I hope you see Spider-Man in there.
And Bats know what he's talking about. So,
well, yeah, Spider-Man was the original Venom.
Yeah, I mean, he is the first symbiote guy, but I mean, now the way the story, I mean, up until recently, now we've got them saying there's been symbiotes around the Earth before he got Spider-Man got attacked, and I don't actually mind that part of that story is actually intriguing.
Yeah, I say it looks interesting. I don't mind that they changed his origin.
Yeah, I mean,
though it's
not really his origin. It's just giving you another part of it. Like, hey, you know what? That Secret War Spider-Man and the first symbiote, that wasn't the actual first symbiote that was here. It was one here way back in the day. So I don't mind that when they sort of add on to the story instead of changing it, totally for the sake of just being different with, like you were saying with, like I said, I don't know how the hell you got Spider-Gwen.
Like I said, she sure is popular though.
Earth 616. What the fuck is that? Man, come on, man. Are you serious?
Planet number 12.
Come on, dude. Yeah. And I think DC is the one who started that with back in the day with Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Well, Crisis on Infinite Earths is when they first did a reboot, and they destroyed all the worlds, alternate worlds they didn't want, and they pushed Earth 1 and 2 together to make one planet.
But see, there was two different Earths.
There was.
There was the one.
That was the only time they did a good job on a reboot was Crisis on Infinite Earths.
See,
that was a great series.
We going back to when we was teenagers because I didn't like that shit back then.
Loved it.
You got two Earths? Come on, man.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I'm not really mad at that because, I'm Could there be an alternate? I mean, in real life, could there be an alternate dimension with an alternate Earth?
Their problem was
science says it could be.
They had Golden Age and Silver Age, and they had to separate them because you had two of everything. You had two Flashes, two Green Lanterns, two Supermans, two Batmans, and that's when they had to merge it together. And they got rid of like the Flash and Superman of the Golden Age Earth. Ran on this treadmill to defeat the Anti-Monitor. It was a good story, but a lot of the characters got killed, including the Flash, Barry Allen. Supergirl was killed trying to save her cousin, Superman. And that was a big deal at the time, and they stayed dead for a long time, and now they're back.
See, Punisher said he didn't mind Earth 2 because he digs Jay Garrick.
Yeah. Jay Garrick was cool. But isn't it true? Do you remember? Wasn't him and the Earth 2 Superman on a treadmill, and they were running on it? It was part of a device to destroy the Anti-Monitor. I don't remember. I haven't read it in a long time.
Anti-Monitor.
Remember that? And they got ate up by the antimatter.
Yeah, we remember that.
But yeah, I think that's how it went down. Oh. Mrs. JSA, JSA. That's where Power Girl was in. She's like the only character from the JSA that really crossed over and was successful.
That was the Justice Society, right?
Yeah, Justice Society, the original superhero team. That was the very first superhero team, Justice Society.
Yeah, see, I don't mind stuff like that. I mean, I wasn't a DC guy when I was a teenager, so I would talk shit.
I love them both.
Now, since I've been older, like I said, I don't mind that stuff. I mean, but the stuff that they're doing now, I mean, not DC per se, but the stuff. I've seen like Marvel took a page out of their book and just ran wild with it, with the Iron Man, etc.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Now, see, I like Dr. Fate back then. I like
Dr. Fate was cool.
Shoot, there was a lot of characters that I did like. I like Blue Beetle. I still like Blue Beetle.
Yeah, I even like Booster Gold. He wasn't my favorite, but
I like
Booster Gold.
It's like Booster Gold. I love Guy Gardner.
Oh, Guy Gardner's hilarious.
That was my man right there.
Guy Gardner is hilarious. They had no one else. He was the last man they could give the ring to, and he finally got it.
Yeah, so yeah, I didn't mind it so much. I was just a Marvel kid, and it just seems like they got away from doing. I don't know, keeping the integrity of the characters. Yeah.
But it's all good. I enjoy both Marvel and DC. You remember how much I loved the Punisher? I loved
the Spectre.
Oh yeah, he's a little bit too powerful though, don't you think? I mean, Fate's pretty powerful, but the Spectre is one of those Galactus type characters. He's just way over the top with his power.
Yeah, I was just hearing how Fate is actually somebody. Fate is the.
He's the guy who puts on the helmet.
No, Dr. Fate. I forgot whose story arc it was, and he turned out to be a stripper. he revealed himself to be. The girls captured his ass, and they found out that he was actually Dr. Fate.
Yeah, well, the helmet
became.
Yeah, the helmet is Dr. Fate, and whoever's wearing it is just a host body.
Yeah. But he was actually a Dr. Fate at the stripper dude. It was like, what? I forgot who captured him and found out because the girls was like, oh.
Yeah, I love Guy Gardner. When Crisis on Infinite Earths came out, there were too many comics sidelines. I wanted to read them all, but I was in high school, and I did not make enough money to buy all the Crisis crossover issues, so I actually didn't read any of them. I just read the 12 issues. I would have loved to have gotten all those Crisis crossovers, but you're not rich when you're in high school.
Well, see, that's what we're talking about now. It was bad for us when we was young, with comics maxing out at $1 a pop, 60. When I first started collecting, comics were 60 cents.
Yeah.
Then they moved to 75. Mm-hmm. Then they started being $1, and then $1.25, and then so on and so forth. But can you think about the kids nowadays, man? I mean, they suffering. I mean, if they are a DC guy, they're paying $2.99. Well, DC is starting to move to $3.99 now, so $4 a book.
Like Bad Avengers mentioned the new Suicide Squad cartoon.
Yeah,
we talked about that earlier. It's pretty good, but when you're talking about those DC straight to video cartoons, pretty good. It's awesome. Because they make really good movies.
I'm not mad. I
watched it.
I wasn't mad at it.
Good.
It was just that.
Well, that's the cartoon, not the movie.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I wasn't mad at it.
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was a bit long.
Yeah, it was a bit long.
I thought the Joker was a bit over the top and a bit silly at times.
But it was good.
And I'm not a big fan of the manga Japanimation type of
thing. That's Batman Ninja. When he went to Japan to fight the Joker.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, the new Suicide Squad cartoon, that's dope. So you gave me
that
both
was pretty good. Yeah, I did. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Suicide Squad one was dope. That's dope.
Yeah, Batman Ninja was kind of went off the rails at the end, but it started off
kind of whack. Okay, yeah, thank you.
I thought like the first half of Batman Ninja was good, but then like I said, just kind of went off the rails and got into the ridiculous.
Yeah,
to the giant mecha.
Yeah, that turned into Voltron or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that I didn't care. But the animation sure was good on that.
Yeah,
I loved it. I just had to disagree with you on that because I loved it. The animation.
I'm spoiled, man. I'm into the computer. Like, you guys go to Netflix. Search that Hulk and Iron Man cartoon and the Captain America and Iron Man cartoon. Ooh. That style of animation is the stuff I like the that Iron Man Extremist cartoon that you bought. That's kind of stuff I'm
Gotham by Gaslight was very good. I've got that one.
Do you have that?
I can let you borrow it.
That was damn good. Want to see that.
Real surprise ending.
Anything by Batman, I'm pretty much down for. If you asked me who my favorite character was, like straight up, I probably wouldn't say Batman. But in all reality, my favorite character is probably Batman. Like, if I could be any character in comic books, I'd probably be Batman. You know what I mean?
That's hard to say for me.
I like
thinking about it. I don't even know. I really like the Flash. Always been a big fan of the Flash.
But you could be Batman.
I know.
Batman's a cool be character. The Flash.
You know, what's probably my favorite comic I ever read was Son of the Demon by Batman, Son of the Demon. When he joined up with Ra's al Ghul.
Now, see, that's what I'm saying. If you're talking to me about story arcs and stuff, you might miss.
No, the art was very good. I'll show it to you before you leave. I got I have the first print of the soft cover, which isn't really worth anything. But the limited hardcover Son of the Demon costs a fortune.
Yeah, I loved Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, he's talking about Gotham by Gaslight.
I'm just saying,
that was really good.
On stories that I'm familiar with, because a lot of these stories I'm not going to be familiar with because I haven't read a lot of them.
Yeah,
weren't appealing.
Well, Son of the Demon was something else. That was really good. That's.
No, I remember that. I remember that. I don't believe I read it, but I do remember.
But people talk about the Dark Knight Returns. That was excellent by Frank Miller. But I think
joke.
Yeah, but I got to say, Son of the Demon is well above that. That was just an awesome story.
DK3.
I haven't read DK3 yet, man. I want to read that because I thought I was hating on DK2. I said you can't make a sequel for something as good as The Dark Knight Returns. You can't. And then I read it and I was blown away. Now I want to read DK3.
First unfinished. Damian Wayne.
Well, in the womb, he didn't. He was in the womb during that Son of the Demon.
See, now you guys got me intrigued. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna become a DC nut now.
I'm gonna convert you.
Yeah, well, shoot. I mean, I'm willing. Like I said, I keep giving them chances, and they keep letting me down.
Oh, you can't miss with Son of the Demon. That was just great comic.
You know what?
Great comic.
You know what, you guys? tell me if you think this is true, and nobody's really speaking on this. I wouldn't mind them giving Green Lantern another run and trying to do it right.
I would be down for another Green Lantern movie.
I mean, I really would, especially now that they have John Stewart even turned into the Ultraviolet Lantern.
Oh man, John Stewart, he's making an awesome Green Lantern movie.
But he's bad now. He's the Ultraviolet Lantern is his duty to kill the lanterns. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I mean, in the comic book, it actually looks. I mean, gives it Ultraviolet Lantern. I mean, it's like, hey, I mean, they gotta do
something.
You gotta do something. You gotta do something. And for them doing that, I wasn't mad. I was like, hey, I'll buy it. Who's Nathan Fillion?
Nathan Fillion. I don't know who that actor is. Let's see. This is doing what else was this? Oh, yeah. I was talking earlier about Speeding Bullets. That would make a great movie. Darkest Night would probably make a good movie. That's what it's called, Elseworld. I kept calling it What If. It's Elseworld in DC. Okay. And they did make a few more. There's it's called something like Justice League Doomsday. And that was the one I told you about where Zod put his baby.
Yeah, I've heard somebody talking about that recently.
In the rocket, and he kills Cal, or not Cal, Jor-El, his wife, puts his baby in there, and he becomes Superman. That was an Elseworld. That was excellent. Wow, that was good. And it showed just his presence, how, his dark presence, how much he changed the Justice League. The whole Justice League was changed because they were all under the command of Superman. It was just really good. That's probably one of my favorites of the one-shots.
You know what would be good? Well, Business Mind. I said this before. Anytime you got these, they like doing stuff for the kids. Cool. I got kids. Big market. So you're doing stuff like the Legos and all that kiddie stuff with the video games. Why don't you got the Teen Titans Go? Why don't you guys do the Super Sons?
Yeah, that would be.
That would be. I mean, the comic book was successful. Everybody loved it. I don't know nobody who said anything bad about the Super Sons. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get that run. I passed.
I got reprints of the runs.
Oh, you read it? Yeah,
you borrow, read it.
The new one?
Yeah,
the new one? You got that?
My cousin bought it. He read it and gave it to me.
That's right. Yeah,
you can borrow mine. But the Super Sons are awesome. I love Damian Wayne. Great character.
That would be something sick to make. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised Marvel didn't do the X-Babies. I don't know what the hell was the actor from Firefly.
Firefly, yeah. I didn't watch Firefly. I couldn't get into it. I know it's got a big cult following.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna have to look into that.
You should like it. I mean, most people watch it, like the show.
Firefly?
Yeah.
See,
I wasn't crazy about it.
You guys know what show I did like? Comic book show I did like? See, we ain't talking about them all. I didn't hear nobody say nothing about Walking Dead. It's a comic book, folks.
I don't like zombies. They're tiresome.
Okay. I did give it maybe 2 seasons though of my life.
You know what? They made too many zombie movies. I'm zombied out. I can live 3 lifetimes and not see another zombie movie.
Yeah, they're getting a little ridiculous. But for what it was worth, it did have me intrigued, like I said, for 2 seasons.
Yeah, see, Firefly never grabbed me. He said Bad Avengers saying he loved Firefly. Never grabbed me, but, to each his own. It's got a big following. I know a lot of people who love Firefly.
I don't have cable, so I miss a lot of stuff. Yeah. So I was at a friend's house, and Preacher came on, and I lost my mind. She was like, "Oh, Walking Dead has been repetitive, bats." I bowed out like 2 seasons ago. I mean, it was like last. I bowed out when it was in that prison camp.
I never watched it.
It was just too much, man. I couldn't do it.
I'm zombied out, man.
But I like Preacher.
I haven't seen Preacher. It looks good.
That's a crazy ass show. Yeah.
Preacher's a
That
good
show is
character
crazy.
too.
Yeah, the whole premise of that show is crazy. I like off the
You
wall
know
stuff like that.
who I'd like to see them do a better movie of is John Constantine.
Ooh, man.
Wouldn't that make a great movie if they did a good job with it?
Now. Constantine was dope.
Yeah.
It wasn't the dopest movie, but it was dope.
They could have done a lot better, though, I think.
But it was still dope, though.
I thought it was okay. It was okay. I liked the guy who played Lucifer. He was really good. But
that's the Volkswagen dude.
Yeah.
The Volkswagen
I know.
he
was good at it, though.
Yeah, I liked who played Gabriel. Angel.
Oh, yeah.
That's the girl from Doctor Strange. The boy, wait, I forget her English actor. You guys tell us what shows you guys think would what do you guys think about them coming out with basically every comic book is getting turned into a damn movie or a show now? I mean, what do you guys think about more specifically? I'm talking about basically the Mark Millar Netflix deal, and more specifically than that, the New Order show coming out. Let me know what you guys think about that, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the movie with Keanu Reeves. That's
Constantine.
Yeah, that's Constantine. That's the one.
That's it. I thought it was okay. He liked it. I wish they would make it.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Do a better one.
Nowadays, watching it might seem a bit dated with the special effects and whatnot, because I mean that movie's probably going on 20 years old now, believe it or not. But I mean, like I said, I liked it,
and I would love to see She-Hulk and Daredevil. That would be great.
Ooh, who would they get to play her though? You have to use one of them WWE girls or something.
Not really.
Like China would have been a good She-Hulk. Remember China, the wrestler? She would have been a real good She-Hulk. Rest in peace.
I don't know. Someone, I'm sure there are female bodybuilders out there that can act.
Not like her, though. I mean, she was She-Hulk. All I had to do was paint her green. China looked like...
I don't know. I never kept up with wrestling.
You don't know who China is? Oh, wow, yeah.
I never kept up with wrestling. I stopped watching that a long time ago. Just
she did a my pops. She did a spread for Playboy. My dad run down the store and go pick that up. He made sure I went down and picked that up for him
right away.
I'm like, Dad, you really want to see that, man? Marvelous DC. Yeah, I've actually heard that. Yeah, somebody kept saying it the other day. You know, she's a lawyer. She doesn't sue. I think they could get just about anyway. Please show. I don't. She'd have to be big and muscular. That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
unless they do it Hulk style and get one actress to play Jennifer Walters, another actress to play She-Hulk.
You know what? I take that back. I'm sure of them, because they surprise me with the casting sometimes. Like, let's take Wonder Woman, for example. What's her name? Gal Gadot?
Yeah.
I thought she's, Wonder Woman to me is supposed to be a lightweight, voluptuous woman, Amazon. You're supposed to be, not full figure, like, but, definitely curvy. And Gal Gadot is not curvy at all, basically.
She did a good job.
Yeah, she's basically a skinny lady. But, I mean, she's perfect Wonder Woman, so.
The question we asked earlier was, what superhero movies would you like to see remade?
Yeah, and what were you guys thinking about all the prominent comic books being turned into movies or television shows, more specifically with Mark Millar and his Millar World being taken over by Netflix, and more specifically than that, them making a Netflix show out of the New Order, which is this new comic book. I think they're on issue 2 now. Did you see that Netflix series Glow of the Groove? Yeah, I haven't seen it. I know it's on Netflix. I haven't seen it. 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 I haven I know what you're talking about. I mean, I've seen, the basically the advertising. I just haven't got into watching it. I'm gonna check it out now, though. I'll tell you that. I used to watch Glow. I don't know if you guys know who. Like I said, we a little long in the tooth, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna show my age right now. I don't know if y'all remember. Glow used to actually be a wrestling organization. I don't know if it was an offshoot of NWA or
I think
it was an offshoot of WWF.
WWF.
Yeah, back then.
But yeah, I remember Glow.
I remember this girl got her arm dislocated live because they used to show live matches, and they just kept going back and replaying that over. It's the grossest thing in the world. Comics with Bueller, what's up, man? I done made it. I'm somebody. I got Comics with Bueller in the house. Yeah. What's up, man? I watch the show all the time. I love it. I watch the channel all the time, man. I love the episode with the kids. That was funny. I need to get my kids to do something like that. More comic book shows, the better. Really? Okay. Now, why do you think it would be better the more? You don't fear that things can get oversaturated? Because that's what we was talking about earlier. Like, I mean, sometimes I get the feeling like less is more, especially when you got stuff like them doing the Inhumans wrong. I just feel like they're trying to make everything a show now, and sometimes they just don't get it right, man. I'm like, how could you get the Inhumans wrong?
TV always saturates, though. They'll go with a group of shows for a while. They'll saturate it with people get sick of it. They cancel all those shows and they start something new. You remember Green Acres?
Yeah.
You remember Petticoat Junction?
Yeah.
All that. That was the farming shows. I don't even know what kind of show.
Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
Mr. Ed was like, wait.
Everything got canceled. They started doing like Mary Tyler Moore, and they started doing
Father Knows Best, My Three Sons.
But it started. It's like they go in genres. It's like we're going to saturate the market with this genre, and when everyone's sick of watching cop shows, we'll get rid of all the cop shows and we'll put on this show, and then we'll find out what's successful and we'll saturate it again until everybody's sick to death of it. TV's been doing that since the '60s. And they're still doing it today, unfortunately. But I think it's lucky for us that comic books are so popular on screen that we get to enjoy all these great shows that are on because, in the saturation, it's not going to last forever. People are going to get sick of it, and they can say, I don't want to watch costume idiots running around thumping each other.
Yeah, like I say, I think we're in a great spot because we old enough to remember the Bill Bixby Incredible Hulk.
I remember. That's great. I got that.
And Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk. But we still young enough to appreciate the Ed Norton, or is it Ed Norton? Yeah, Ed Norton and Mark Ruffalo Incredible Hulk nowadays.
Yeah.
So one of the best will rise to the top and the rest will fade, which they do. Then we'll be left with the good stuff. And honestly, I was trying to step up the game with their game up to compete. Yeah, it's just who do they have at these studios making this stuff, man? Like I said, I swear to God, they're not quote unquote nerds like us. It doesn't seem like it. Otherwise, it just wouldn't get it wrong. I think they give these ill-equipped, ignorant, for lack of a better term, because when ignorant is just when you don't know. They give these guys these assignments, and then, like I said, they take a crash course reading these cliff notes, jumping on Google, trying to find out about you could tell it's not genuine. They didn't grow up with these characters. They don't know them. Like, I don't know. They just do some silly stuff like Cable. I mean, why would you cast, what's my man, Brolin?
Josh Brolin.
Why would you do that, man? That's just silly. You guys didn't know, get the hint with Captain America and the Human Torch. I mean, come on. I mean, there's enough actors in Hollywood to where you don't have to double cast characters. It's just, I don't get it, man. So sometimes, for $1 billion company, yeah.
There's definitely a lot of source material, a lot of good stuff out there.
Comics Man and Marvel story. Look at the movies that were comics. First that people can know.
Yeah, Men in Black. That was that was a comic book.
No.
Comic book turned movie.
There it is, Bats. You learn something
You
new
know
every
what?
day. Thanks, man.
That comic came out. It was either late 80s, early 90s. I never saw it on the shelf. I heard about it much later when the movie was coming out. That it's based on a comic book, but a lot of good movies. From Hell is based off of a comic book. Remember the one From Hell about Jack the Ripper?
Oh yeah, I know. And, I didn't know that was basically.
Yeah, that was a comic. There was another one that people don't realize is based on a comic. It was a good movie.
I know Red is a comic. Red. Bruce Willis. That's
the
a comic.
Retired, Extremely Dangerous.
Yeah,
that's a comic series.
I know that. Oh yeah,
300
Jonah
was
Hex.
a comic.
I forgot about that. 300 is a comic. Yeah,
Jonah Hex. I didn't think was a very good movie. I would love to see them try that again. Yeah, I would love to see them try that again.
I'm a big Western dude, so anything you could do with Westerns, do
The
it.
Losers, yeah, but they didn't set it in World War II. I mean, how are you going to have a platoon from World War II and they turned them into mercenaries? I didn't even watch the movie. Is there some kind of mercenary team or something? It's a World War II movie.
Sin City is a comic. I know that.
Sin City, yeah.
Sin City was a comic. The Spirit. I don't know if you guys remember The Spirit, the movie. I mean, I could appreciate it because it was a comic book movie.
We're getting into some bad movies now. So was Tank Girl. That was a sad, unfortunate comic made into a sad, unfortunate movie with the kangaroos and.
But
yeah, Road to Perdition. That's what. Thank you. That was a comic book based on it. Yeah, that was a comic book. I was trying to think of the other because From Hell and Road to Perdition. No one seems to know that was a comic book originally.
My lady, she didn't know Riverdale was a comic book. She didn't know it was Archie.
And Rose,
and she didn't know about Preacher because she was talking about Preacher, being such a crazy show. And I was like, yeah, that's a comic book. She was like, what?
Oh, he's saying the Losers movie. I never read the Vertigo version. The only Losers I remember was the World War II comics that came out in the 70s and the 80s.
What? Road to Perdition is based off of Tom Hanks movie?
Yeah. What? Yeah, Road to Perdition. That was a good movie.
Oh, you guys is giving me homework.
Yeah.
Talking about homework. I can't wait for them to make a Power Girl movie. I wonder why. Who would they get to play that though?
I don't know. Power Girl. You know the story behind Power Girl is, don't you?
I can't remember. I don't know.
All right, the JSA. She was put in the JSA because they didn't know what to do with her. Because she's Supergirl. She's the alternate Earth Supergirl. Okay. She even got the same name, everything. Right?
She didn't get the same body.
No. What happened was the inker made a bet with the writer. He says, no one reads our comics, not even the editors. And they made it kind of a bet or a running joke. The inker, every issue increased her bust size slightly. And they wanted to see how long it took the editors to figure it out. They said they went like 11 issues. And the editor walked in and said, what the hell are you guys doing with Power Girl?
Damn, look at that.
But that's the history of Power Girl's bust.
He's a creeper inker. Yeah, Bueller, I want to see She-Hulk movie too.
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be real good.
Yeah, I would like to see Sergeant Rock on a Tank. I loved it. Losers, those are all great comics. I used to read the hell out of those.
What about Sergeant? Was it Sergeant Fury?
That's Marvel. Yeah. These were all DC titles. You know what? The Marvel Westerns were good, but I did not like the Marvel World War II comics. DC they had a beat on that market. Oh, you just can't beat DC on those World War II comics.
That came I think a couple of weeks too late, because I think if I remember correctly, shortly thereafter, that's when they started saying, wondering if they could be included. Because oh my God, 4-way flashes. You hit it. You is my man, man. We gonna give a cyber high five right now on that mark.
Let me see.
Cause that is her. That is her.
Oh, Christina Hendricks.
Oh, I love that woman.
It's been West Coast Avengers. What about the artist that did that series originally? Steve Lee Aloha. I hated that man with a passion. He did Secret Wars 2, and he did a few other books, and I just thought the art was terrible. I could not get into West Coast Avengers because of him.
Bueller, you on the West Coast? So are we, man. We up here in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of Sacramento and San Francisco. If you're anywhere around us, man, we love to hook up with you one day, man. Shoot.
But yeah,
we try to see everybody. We need the
Great Lakes Avengers. Midwest. The Midwest Avengers.
Yeah, that's actually a comic, Great Lakes Avengers. I see it all.
Really?
Yeah, it's a comic.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's like a parody comic. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You in PGX territory, huh? Mm-hmm. I've been thinking about sending some books to them, boy, but they just got such an awful reputation. We'll never be in the movie with the crab. Oh. I don't know, man. I sure hope they don't let that be the reason. I really don't.
I would agree for those reasons and other reasons. They're not gonna make a Power Girl movie. She's Supergirl. They've already done so much with Supergirl. Why are they gonna confuse everybody by throwing Earth 2 Supergirl at them?
Yeah.
You know? And half people who go see those movies don't even know what Earth 1 and Earth 2 is.
Oh, I know, Bueller. I was just joking, man. I wouldn't. They got too much drama going on between my man from Comic Talk, I think, Tom over there. And yeah, I just watched between We Love Comics and that whole thing that was going on, a little back and forth. I was just like, plus, I already knew about their reputation before then. CGC is the way to go for me. And not even CBCS. I like CBCS, but I just cracked one of their cases open yesterday. And the whole premise of getting something encapsulated is to have it encapsulated and not be able to open. Yeah. I literally went to my, I grabbed a can opener, and I went to my CBCS. I cracked open X-Men 131, and just pick. Folded it right down, slipped the book right out with the little tag attached to it, took a piece of scissors, carefully slipped it out, threw it in my own life. Yeah. Does it stand wear fishnets? Yeah, I don't see Power Girl in comics no more.
I don't know where she would be.
Yeah, I guess she would be on the forefront, if anything. Now, I could have swore I seen something. No, all I've been seeing is people getting their first appearance.
I've seen some covers of Zatanna at Kev's place, and she was still in her fishnets.
Yeah.
Don't you remember like that Magic Academy Harry Potter ripoff she was doing?
Yeah, but I think I get what he's trying to say. It's not like they got her in kind of like in the Elvira type of Vampirella type of stuff. That's kind of like on the side in the cult area. She'll never be.
Here's the secret.
She'll never be in the corporate world.
Here's the secret to magic: just talk backwards. That's all she does.
Yeah.
Man. Just talk backwards, and you'll have the powers of Zatanna.
Hey, Bueller, I heard it wasn't even run out of his house, man. It was run out of his garage. And you could just tell, man, look at the early PGX labels that they were using, man. It's just like something I would type on my computer, on my old computer. She was in a couple of genres before Rebirth started, yeah. But
she was always
to tell you the honest truth. Let's keep it real, everybody. If there's any ladies watching, I'm sorry. No, definitely don't mean to offend or be hedonistic or chauvinistic or none of that. But sex sells.
Yeah.
You don't think if you got Christina Hendricks up there with the cleavage showing and with the blonde hair and man, especially in this day and age of cosplay, man, that movie would go over. So I mean, you talk about a money grab. If y'all corporate fools out there that's what you're going for, make Power Girl. Use Christina Hendricks and see if that don't break the bank. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, man. Thanks for tuning in, Bueller. I really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We'll see you again sometime soon.
Yeah, we got about 5 seconds left anyway. I think we was calling it about 2 hours when you live. It goes. I mean, I think we was originally planned to go for half an hour, and we went a whole hour without anybody tuning in. That's cool. We got a lovely audience, and really appreciate you guys tuning in. My man, Bad Avenger, Comics with Bueller, Punisher Comics. Hold on, let me scroll back up. What was my man? Four-Way Flashers.
Bad Avenger.
On comics. Yeah, man.
Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll do this quite often. You know, like I said, this is my brother from another mother, so you know, I'm always over here. We always talking comics. Comics is our life. You know what I mean? So by the way, make sure you guys tune in and check out Retro Nerds 252 channel. Retro Nerds, that's one word. Retro Nerds, one word, and 252. Those are our childhood friends we grew up with. They do a podcast as well. Much better podcast than this one. It's an actual podcast. It's just a live stream of us talking. They actually have a podcast. He's on it often. He's a regular. I'm on a couple of episodes as well. Really interesting, fun content, nostalgic content. That's why it's called Retro Nerds. You guys will love it. You'll have a blast. Just make sure you tune in and check them out. Sorry for rambling on, guys. No, you're not rambling on. No, not at all. Shoot,
you made some good points, Bad Avenger.
Man, shoot, I'm sorry to see you go.
Yeah.
But, you know, as always, brother, thanks for tuning in, man. You're one of my greatest supporters, man, and I love you for it, man. Truly. But yeah. Y'all make sure it's been great. Now you guys got me tripping. I mean, I learned something today. I got a ton of movies to go back and research.
I didn't know about the Losers and Vertigo.
Yeah, I didn't know about that Road to Perdition.
Road to Perdition.
That's what I'm on now. And I also heard Equalizer was a comic book. You guys let me know if that's true.
What was an old 80s show called
Equalizer? I know, but
the one it's based on comics?
No, the movie with Denzel. That's supposed to be based off a comic from what I understand. So you guys let me know if I'm right about that. If we off, just leave it in the comments. Yeah, click like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Thank y'all for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next one. This is Comic Book Convo with John B and AM. Check out Retro Nerds 252, their channel, as well as everybody in the comments feed. Bad Avenger, Comics with Bueller. I watch them on the regular. I got new folks to check out. Punisher Comics, Four-Way Feathers. Did I say Punisher already?
Yeah,
Punisher Comics.
Punisher Comics.
And the folks that was up here earlier from New Zealand. My thing is acting. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I say everybody. Gene Paul, Ace Peter. Yeah. Uncanny Cow. Yeah. I ain't forgot about you. You thought you could skate me. Yeah, buddy. So I'm gonna sub all you guys up, and I'm gonna definitely hear from you guys again. So all my best to all you guys. You guys be safe, stay safe. Each one teach one, and y'all keep hunting them down, all right? I'm AM signing off for John B. Peace. And hopefully it don't cut me off like it did earlier. I did a haul earlier and I cut off my ending. All right, y'all. Whew.